Are you unintentionally turning your wife into your biggest enemy? We think we're successful, we're the providers, but we bring an empty root system home. 90% of men fail in marriage not because they lack money, but because they lack inner fortitude. This video is not about psychological tactics. This is a journey to unearth your own missing foundation. I'm going to show you why every attempt to prove yourself right in marriage is killing you from the inside, and how to rebuild the ancient tree foundation of a man who cannot be shaken. Part 1. The Anchored Tree and the Water Source. The Law of Marital Foundation. Let's use an allegory. The man is an ancient tree. Your wife or partner is the water source surrounding you. For a tree to be strong, its leaves green and its shade welcoming. It must have deep, powerful roots. Your roots are your inner life and your philosophy. Many men constantly chase the water source to quench their thirst, seeking validation and love from the outside. But they forget that if the roots inside are hollow, no matter how much water flows in, the tree will collapse. This is the law of marital foundation I want to share. You cannot build a castle on the sand of your own absence. You cannot build lasting happiness with another person when you are still disconnected from yourself. That absence is a void of purpose, a lack of clarity on your core values, and a loss of control over your own emotional reactions. Ask yourself, what are my roots currently grasping onto? Is it my job, my money, or the approval of others? If so, you will forever be a tree swaying precariously in every storm. Take a moment right now and write down 3 core values you want your roots to be anchored to. Is it integrity? Is it discipline? Or is it unconditional love? Share one of those 3 values in the comments so we can build this together. Part 2. Awakening to the woman's flow. The water source never stands still. Women are motion, a current of emotions, cycles, and societal shifts. This makes them mysterious and hard to grasp for many men. We men often look for absolute stability in our partners, hoping she will be the same tomorrow as she was yesterday. That is an illusion. True stability doesn't come from the woman. It comes from the ancient tree that is you. The mature man does not try to control the water. He learns to observe the water, recognize its changes, and adjust the firmness of his own roots. I once knew a friend who constantly complained that his wife changed too quickly. In the morning she wanted quiet. By evening she wanted a party. Until he realized the problem wasn't his wife's change, but his own anxiety facing that change. He needed stillness to feel validated. He didn't actually need his wife to be stable. When you are anchored, her changes are no longer a threat, but a natural event you can understand and respond to with your calm demeanor. That calm is the material that nurtures intimacy. Let's add a strong visual image. Don't try to build a dam to stop the water flow. Learn how to use that water to nourish deeper roots. That is the quiet stability of a true gentleman. Reflective question. The last time your wife changed her mind, was your first reaction to judge or to be curious to understand? Part 3. Stoicism and the Mastery of Emotion. The philosophy of Stoicism teaches us one core lesson. Focus only on what you can control. In a relationship, you cannot control your wife's emotions, her words, or past actions. The only thing you can control is your own reaction to those things. I knew a successful businessman, but every time his wife criticized his driving, he would immediately flare up. One day, his spiritual mentor asked him, "Does that anger help you drive better, or does it just make you look worse to the person you love?" He realized the anger wasn't protecting his driving skills, it was protecting his fragile ego. Emotional mastery doesn't mean suppressing anger, it means observing it. When anger arises, step back, name that emotion. This is frustration. This is a feeling of being hurt. Naming it allows you to create space between the stimulus and the reaction. True intimacy begins when you demonstrate this internal control. A man dominated by emotion is a passive tree, waiting for the storm to push it around. A man who masters emotion is a tree that has chosen its position. The emotional breath exercise. Next time you feel like reacting impulsively, stop, inhale deeply, and exhale slowly 3 times. Feel the anger moving within your body, rather than controlling your actions. You will find that just 3 breaths can restore your power. If these words are resonating with you, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of philosophical awakening with me. Part 4, Inner Stillness and Absolute Presence. The intimacy a woman craves is not a gift or an exchange. It is a state of presence. When you are with her, are you truly with her? Or is your mind still at the office, on the golf course, or worrying about the future? A common scenario. Your wife tells you about a small problem at work. You listen, but your hand is scrolling your phone, and your mouth offers a brief piece of advice. She might say, "Are you even listening to me?" She doesn't need advice. She is asking, "Are you here with me?" Your silence and your focus create a safe space where she can relax and reveal her truth. Your presence is the most expensive thing a man can give. This is the peak of attraction in a woman's eyes. A man who is all in. The Presence Challenge. Tonight, when your wife tells you about her day, try not to interrupt, don't offer solutions, and don't look at anything but her face. After she is done sharing, say only one sentence. "I understand. Thank you for sharing that with me," and remain silent. Watch her reaction. Part 5. Choosing happiness over being right. In married life, we get trapped in the snare of proving who is right and who is wrong. This is a war that never has a winner, only 2 losers, you and your happiness. My spiritual teacher once said, "In a relationship, the most important thing is not the truth, but harmony. The truth is a straight line. Harmony is a circle." The compass story. Imagine marriage is a ship, and connection is the compass. When a storm, an argument hits, you can choose to cling to the belief that you are right, or choose to hold on to the compass of connection. If you cling too tightly to being right, you might win an argument, but you will break the compass, and the ship will drift off course on the ocean of distance. When you choose to be right, you gain a small victory for your ego, but you lose the greater connection. When you choose happiness, harmony, you allow your ego to melt a little, so the space for love can expand. The weak man is the one who stubbornly insists he is right. The strong man is the one who is willing to let go of right and wrong to prioritize peace. The transformational perspective. View every argument as an invitation to practice your compassion. Ask yourself, what is more important right now, my truth or her emotional safety? That is not surrender. That is the superior strategy of an emotional master. Part 6. Healing the inner child. The impulsive reactions, the uncontrolled anger, the fear of rejection. All of these usually do not belong to the mature man, but to the wounded inner child. The deep connection. Recall how you reacted as a child when your parents ignored you or when you were treated unfairly. That is how you react to your wife today. Your wife unintentionally becomes the activator of those old wounds. I spent years realizing that every time my wife wanted me to do something I didn't want to do, I reacted with irritation. I thought it was stubbornness. Then, I realized it was the voice of the child afraid of being controlled, afraid of being forced to do things it didn't want to do, just like when I was little. Healing is not about blaming the past. Healing is about identifying that child, giving it a name and saying to it, "Father is here now. I will protect you. You don't need to react negatively anymore." When you embrace and accept your own wounds, you will stop seeking healing from the outside, from your wife. You will stop turning her into your unwilling therapist. When the inner child is safe, the mature man emerges. And that is the man your wife truly wants to be close to. Self-reflection question. Which of your reactions to your wife makes you feel more like a pouting boy than a mature man? Part 7. The Call to Deep Connection. The Principle of Harmonious Happiness. A woman's psychology, intimacy, marriage. It all comes back to one single point: your self-mastery. When you are an ancient tree with deep roots, anchored by your core values, you create a field of emotional safety around you. Your wife, your water source, will naturally want to surround and nourish you. This is the principle of harmonious happiness. Shift from seeking to creating. Don't seek intimacy from her. Create safety for her. Shift from reacting to observing. Don't react to her change. Observe and master your own reactions. Shift from right, wrong to presence. Don't prove you are right. Be fully present in every moment. The Letter to the Future exercise, meditation practice. Tonight, take 15 minutes, sit in a quiet place. Write a letter to yourself 5 years from now. Describe that man. How anchored is he? How does he master his emotions? What respect and presence does he show his wife? Then fold the letter and place it in a prominent spot. With every action you take from now on, ask yourself, is this action bringing me closer to the man in that letter? Happiness is not a destination. It is the quality of the journey you take toward yourself. I don't want you to subscribe to make me rich. I want you to subscribe to serve your own awakening journey, so you never feel alone on the path to finding inner fortitude. Commit to your own growth. Become the man you wrote about in the letter to your future. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. The 3 golden rules for building ultimate male compassion.